for my good. I know that they are for.
Just because you don't have an example in your life does not mean that you can't be the example that someone else will need in their life. What it is, what is up, and what it do, you guys? It's me, Aysia, and I'm back with another VIDO video today. I tried. My arm feeling a little suffocated. It's not this jacket. It's just been through some things. So as y'all can tell by the title, I am going to be giving y'all some words of wisdom today on this wonderful Wednesday. And one of my questions, it asks, how should you manage a heartbreak? This is all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna try not to be I'm gonna try not to be before you're long, all right? This is what I'm gonna say. And I need you to know. We ain't no nincompoop. If you've been watching, if you've watched The Harder They Fall, you know what I'm talking about. But okay, so how to manage a heartbreak. Basically, I'm going to give y'all the basics, okay? I'm going to give y'all the points. This is coming straight from me. Nothing else, no source, no nothing. This is what I've learned. And the heartbreak doesn't have to be intimate. The heartbreak could be with any relationship that you've ever had in life. Being family, being intimate, being friend, all of that. I'm going to just tell y'all what it is that I did. How do I manage a heartbreak? Like, I feel so hurt. I feel like no one understands me when I try to tell them something. And I just don't know how to manage. The word manage, this definition that popped up, says to be in charge of either a company, establishment, or undertaking. Administer, run. Okay, so that's what manage means. Now let's look up the word heartbreak. Heartbreak means overwhelming distress. What is it that I simply can't get over? Like, it's been months. It's been months. And I still can't get over him. And I still can't get over her. And, bruh, man, she did me bad. He hurt me bad. And I still can't get over it. And I find somebody new and I want to give them all my time and I want to give them all my attention, but I simply just can't. So what else am I supposed to do? Be alone forever because I can't get over someone because I'm overwhelmed with distress? How do I stop being overwhelmed with distress? How do I stop being depressed? Focus on what it is that's stopping you from getting the growth that you need to move forward. Was it some type of smell? Some type of cologne that they used to buy all the time, and you walked in the store and you saw that exact same cologne and you immediately thought about them? What are your triggers? Is it the music that y'all used to listen to together? Or is it that song that he introduced you to, that every time you heard it, you went back to when he first introduced you to it? A TV show that was playing in the back when y'all were on the phone, on FaceTime, and y'all kept repeating the line back to each other, so it made it seem like that was y'all thing. That's what y'all did. So when you and him were out in public and y'all said those same exact lines to each other, it was code for we know what this is. Nobody else needs to. You have to understand those triggers. If you're able to expose those triggers, you will be able to expose that hurt inside of you. And not only that, because when you expose those triggers, every time you're about to have a trigger, you don't. You don't. And it's exposing something inside of you. So it's not the fact that, oh, you know, it's tied to this memory. No. It's the fact that you simply don't want to let something that's dead die. That's all it is. This is honestly why I believe so many people have their heart broken and they don't heal from it. Number one, y'all, I'm not a scholar. This is not what I'm going to school for. I'm simply giving you my opinion, but it's supported with evidence. I just want y'all to know that, okay? I just want y'all to know that, okay? It's not the fact that I listen to this and that. I didn't listen. I listened to some stuff today, but it had nothing to do with relationships. I guarantee you that. This question was brought to me, and because I saw it, I was just like, this is too much to go into. I can't just put it into a 15 or to a 10-minute video and call it a day. And I'm only asking questions because it's going to take away that time. I just have to put it into a whole nother video. I honestly think that the reason people get into relationships so quickly is because they're trying to rebury. It's like, you've already buried it. Well, I deleted the pictures. Okay, that was step one. It took you a whole week to delete those pictures. It took you a whole month. It took you 3 years to delete those pictures out of your phone. And every time you saw those pictures, all you kept doing was going back to the memory of exactly when and where that event happened. It took you 2 months to delete those certain songs out of your phone that caused you to think about that event in that moment. That was y'all's song. He or she introduced you to that song, and every time you hear it, they the first person you think about. Trigger. When you're scrolling up and down on social media, trigger. When you're on somebody else's social media and they just happen to pop up on their social media, may not even be for nothing but a promotion, trigger. When you see them in public, all of a sudden your heart goes a mile a minute. That's a trigger. That's not butterflies. That's nothing to be cute about. That's a trigger. When you have gotten out of a relationship with someone, when you have gotten out of a disagreement, and we're going to call it a disagreement because today people will call it situationships. But I'm simply going to call it agree to disagree. Because right now, you're agreeing to the fact that you like me and I like you, but you're disagreeing to the fact that you are not ready for a relationship. And you don't want to tell me that you're not ready. And even if you do tell me, it's my fault. Because you acted like we were in a relationship. You gave me those vibes and now you're looking at me crazy simply because I took what you said into consideration and I acted upon it. Because that's exactly what I wanted. Those are triggers. If you don't figure out what it is about this person, about this event that keeps causing you to have those triggers, that keeps causing you to go back to that place, you're not going to heal correctly. You're going to go with somebody else thinking that you're okay. But mentally, when that person does something else to you that same person did, it's going to take you back to that moment of that person. You're going to compare, and all of a sudden, everybody ain't good for you. That's literally what it's going to be. You're going to compare partner after partner after partner, even though you keep choosing the same people with different faces, and you still think it's nothing wrong with you. And nothing is wrong with you personally. Nothing's wrong with you. You just dealing with some stuff and you don't know how to deal with it. Plain and simple. You're dealing with things that you feel like you should have control over and you don't. You don't have control over what they do, who they see, who they talk to at all. So why put your all into something and you're getting nothing back in return? And I also think that's why so many people go through bad breakups. It's the fact that, bro, I was giving you 100, you was giving me 20%. You was giving me 100 in the beginning, and now it's 20%. Now I feel like something's wrong with me, like I'm not doing enough, simply because I'm not getting the same energy I was getting from you the first day, when you first saw me, when I first was attracted to you. You see how it changes. So many people don't want to address different problems because they're afraid of losing that person. I'm going to address whatever problem needs to be addressed, because I don't need to be walking out of here blindsided thinking that it was me the whole time, and really you just didn't want to tell the truth. You just didn't know what to tell me because you didn't want to hurt my feelings. I'd rather have my feelings hurt than have my feelings played with, than have my time wasted. Managing a heartbreak is not easy, no matter where it comes from. Whether it comes from your family, any relationship that you have in life, where you have to break up with someone and say, call it quits. It's not easy. People expect for you to have this pimp mentality, basically saying, oh, well, if I end this with them, and I stop talking to them, and I start talking to them, I'm gonna be over them by nighttime. That may be the case if it wasn't genuine. But if it was genuine, you may not say you can't get over that person, but it'll show. It will sure enough show up on your resume. When you applying for another relationship, it'll show up on your resume. I'm heartbroken. And you want to know why? And you want to know what your resume is? Your body language. Because as soon as you come up to somebody, that's the first thing that they're looking at. They're looking at your face. People who really pay attention are going to be looking at your body language and say, And if you're not able to tell, that's exactly how you end up picking the same people over and over and over. Because if your resume says the same thing and their resume says the same thing, oh, we got something in common. We both heartbroken. So now, since we're both heartbroken, let's be in a relationship together. And not only that, let's be in a relationship, but let's try to build each other back up from that hurt without being able to talk about or address those problems that made us the way that we are. I need y'all to understand. One, accountability. I cannot stress this out enough. If you don't know what it is that keeps attracting you to the same exact people, you coming to me venting. And this is not personal. No. This is how people do it. Say I come to you with the same story, different male. No, he did the same thing. What's the face used to do? And I'm just like, what? I was like, okay. But are you really surprised? Because you stayed? Are you really surprised that they ended up acting the same exact way your last 3 relationships acted? Your last 3 relationships done ended the same exact way. Not just with intimacy. Not just with friendships. Not just with family. Because like I said, it doesn't matter which relationship you're talking about. A heartbreak is a heartbreak. Okay? Some people have had heartbreaks even before they met the person. Some people have had heartbreaks in their families. Their family showed them heartbreaks before they even got out into the world and really knew other people and got to explore and got to really find out what their type was. Oh, I know my type. Yeah, I saw my uncles do this. I saw my daddy do this. He was a player. I saw him do this. I saw my auntie do this. So I know what my type is. And so many of us, we don't get the right examples. But I'm here to tell you, just because you don't have an example in your life does not mean that you can't be the example that someone else will need in their life. That was good. That was good, Aysia. That was good. What? It really was. Accountability. I'm gonna try to say this as clear as possible. This is what I mean by taking accountability. If you know for a fact, because it took me a while to realize that it wasn't just the person. It wasn't just them. It wasn't just the situation. It's the fact of me not taking accountability for my actions, for what I said, for how I reacted. Why did I let that upset me? And then you have to figure out, why did it upset you? Well, I just got tired of being played with. What was it that they did that made you feel like you were being played with? Even if you ask them and they don't give you a clear answer. Even if you tell a person what they did to you and they are not listening, worth nothing. Because the person who thinks that they're good, let me just put it out here like this. Anybody who's clear human knows for a fact that when it comes to certain people in life, accountability is just something that they cannot do. They feel like they're always right. And a person that is not treating you correctly doesn't care how you feel. Therefore, when you go to tell them how you feel, it's in one ear and out the next. Maybe they done tune you out completely. But what's your response to their ignorance, to them not giving the time that you feel you deserve, but you can find it from somebody else? What is it? Take accountability. Stop always pointing the fingers. Yes, baby, I know that they hurt you. I know they did you dirty. I know you wouldn't have never done that to them, and you are shocked that they would do that to you. But that is no excuse for you to be turning your heart cold. That is no excuse for you to be thinking that you are not worthy of having love or relationships ever in your life. That is no excuse for thinking less of yourself at all. At all. People gonna do what they want to do. And I had to realize that people gonna do what they want to do. But what they do has nothing to do with you. At all. I will say this to the end. What people, because it gets me through life knowing that when other people come for you, whether it's intentional, 9 times out of 10, it's not intentional. That has nothing to do with you. They didn't even think before they made that action. They just thought about themselves. They didn't even think about you. So it was an act in a selfish moment that produced what we call seeds. And they done sown them in the ground. And now we just waiting. We just waiting on them. We just waiting on them to get their karma, right? You know how you really have forgiven a person? Is when they do you wrong. And you don't even wish bad on them. I've never been the type to hold grudges. Ever. It might take me a very, very long time to really, like, in that moment, you're forgiven. I ain't gonna talk bad about you. But on the inside, I ain't gonna lie, it hurts. It hurts that you did that you played, that you wasted. And I have no respect for you at this moment. But you know what? I'm not going to let what you did turn me into the person you are. Because then that's you winning at the end of the day. I'm not gaining nothing from it, but more heartbreak. Stop pointing fingers. Okay? Pay attention to how you're responding. I don't care what it is. Some stuff is messed up. A lot of stuff is messed up that people do to us and we don't expect it, and that's understandable. But pay attention to your response and don't let it eat you alive. Please don't. Don't do it. You are better than that. And I know a lot of y'all be like, forget that, man. They don't taking the high road, brother. They deserve this. They deserve that. Let's, homegirl, you with me? Like, yes. Like, let's go, key his car. Let's go put sugar in his tank. All that crazy stuff. Let's go cut her bundles. Let's cut her eyelashes. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's egg her car. You're doing nothing but making the situation worse. Because what could have ended on a good ending is now something that is going to take longer. Because you done destroyed my stuff. How can I forgive you after you done destroyed my... Well, you broke my heart. So I'm going to break your PS5. And I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Okay. And at the end of the day, you're still not going to feel better. You're still going to feel hurt. Inside, literally. Take that time when you first get out of a relationship, and I'm done. Here's how to manage a broken heart. Here's how to manage a heartbreak. Detox. Okay? You have to take some time off from relationships. That doesn't mean break up with somebody, get back in another one like a week or no. Detox. Everything in your body that will remind you of them and make it negative. And you have to remember, there weren't always bad moments. There wasn't always bad moments. But you also can't continue to see the good in somebody and they keep showing you the bad. That's potential. You shouldn't be looking for potential. Potential don't always last. Okay? Potential can get out of control. Like, I just really need y'all to understand that I care about a lot of y'all. And I will continue to say, I want y'all to win in every relationship that y'all have. But taking accountability and forgiveness. Taking accountability. Making sure you detox all that negativity, all that stuff, everything that triggers you, everything. Don't get back into the relationship with baggage. Don't go into a new... I used to tell people this. It's like, bro, I still got my own stuff going on. And I would feel messed up if I came to your doorstep still with the same baggage from the past and I'm not over it. Like, when I'm with you, I'm gonna be thinking about them. Like, no, that's disrespectful. I can't even do that to you. Accountability, detox, and last but not least, forgiveness. You have to forgive. It may take you a long time, but you have to forgive. My fourth point, learn. Don't take this lesson as a loss. This experience is to be learned and applied to your life. There's no point in going through something, not learning it, and going through the same thing with the exact same steps. That's insanity. That's insane. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. It's not going to happen that way, baby. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are at all. It's the truth. So, accountability. Take accountability. Figure out what you need to work on you inside. Stop worrying about them. They got their own stuff, but let them figure that out. Worry about you. What are your triggers? Detox. Stay away from some stuff. Don't go certain places. Don't hear certain stuff. Just for a little bit. Detox from relationships. From negativity, period. Forgiveness. You have to forgive. If not, you will be in bondage forever. That's not where you want to be. Last but not least, learning. Learn from the experience. Don't take it as a loss, but learn from it. And pretty soon, you'll be healthy, healed. You won't even worry about stunting. But that's a whole nother topic, I got that the other day. But yeah, guys, shoosh. I didn't even mean to go this hard, but you know what? Hey, I'm glad I did. Guys, I really appreciate y'all watching this video. Thank you so much for that question. I just had to turn into a topic. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that way y'all know when I post. Click that bell. Live another day, live another dollar. Live life to the very fullest. Get the blessings that you deserve. Like go ahead, go for it. You know. And after you watch this video, please apply it. Apply what I'm telling you. They work. I promise you they work. I wouldn't be giving you no tomfoolery. They work. I want you. Aysia wants you to win in relationships. All of them. Across the board. All right? Y'all be blessed. We out.